What's going on, guys? It's John from Build Better, and today we're going to do a deck tech with Enchantress. Um, Enchantress has been doing really good for me lately. Been testing it out a little bit against Thor. I think I'm about 5-3 right now. Trying to think of any other matchups where we've had a hard time. Spider-Man was a little hard if you let him get to the late game, but we've added some answers for that kind of scenario as well. So let's just dive right into it. We got 8 1-drops because we're an aggro deck and our XP is based on having the strongest support character, so you have to hit a 1-drop. That's definitely our mulligan condition, and so if anytime you draw your hand and you don't have a 1-drop, just send it back because it's not worth it. Our 1-drops choices were Carnage and Black Cat. Black Cat's really good because there's just way too many +1/+1 counters running around, and her and Enchantress get really strong team attacks going. Carnage is really good because we usually on turn 1, at the end of the turn, he's either a 5/5 or a 6/6 with Symbiosis, and he's not taking a stun. So, like, he gets out of hand very, very, very fast. Moving on to the 2-drops. I went ahead and put Bishop in there. I've seen a lot of people playing Bishop. I mean, obviously you're playing a blue ability, so he can just become a 6/6 if you use your Enchantress ability on him. But the real gem here is definitely White Tiger because, again, it's really easy for her to become a 6/6, and as a 6/6 she has Leap, Lethal, and Ferocious, which is bananas for sure. Like, this girl kills everything. Like, your opponent's never just gonna, like, if your opponent's going first on turn 3, they don't want to play their Jessica Jones anymore because it doesn't do anything to the board state. You're just gonna kill it. 3-drop slot, we're going over to Elektra and Gamora. Of the two, Elektra has definitely been better. Gamora you just kind of put in there as the necessary lethal with the decks running around. But like I said, Black Panther, or I'm sorry, not Black Panther, White Tiger already can kind of get lethal with just your level 1 ability or your blue ability. But we go ahead and put Gamora in there for the little extra bit of lethal. The Elektra drawing cards, though, is super nice, and it pairs really well with our level 2 ability that we can KO a character in his back row, re-ready or KO another character in his back row, and just get double draw off of it because we're emptying our hand so fast. It's been really nice. All of our 4-drops are Underworld characters because we want access to the fair and balance because we need the +1/+1 counters. I probably should switch this to a 4-2 split. Right now I'm doing 3-3. Venom's definitely better, even though you don't have green to support him in the deck. Just a 6/6 with Symbiosis on turn 4 is fine. Mr. Hyde kind of feels a little greedy at times, but the potential to just have a 10-10 out is just way too much for me personally to pass up, so I just go ahead and play him anyway. 5-drop is definitely where we start adding a little bit of flavor to the deck. Mr. Sinister's pretty good. The Genius Trigger is always relevant. But my favorite play is actually giving our next character dodge. So our main 5-drop is the Perfect Organism. Perfect Organism, like, checks all of the boxes for me. He can stun just about anyone with his yellow ability. If you're discarding it from your hand, he's striking for 12, and even the odds doesn't affect that because his stats aren't changing. He is an 8 defense, so he's got really good... he mirrors up really well against the other 5-drops that people are playing, namely Punisher, because you can't stun without a combat trick. So yeah, he's just way, way over the top good. I'm probably going to try him in more decks that run yellow just because he has blown me away with, like, just how well he's played against a lot of the matchups. Plus the fact that he has Ferocious, and your biggest bad against you right now is Thor, who has to melee attack you, is pretty good. So let's move on to the plot twist real quick. I can't call as a plot twist, obviously, because she's just giving you a +1/+1 counter on anyone so that you could re-ready them with your yellow ability. Fair and Balance is the same idea. It's amazing how much a 2/2 swing and point value can swing a combat. Catfight, I mean, it's pretty obvious. 4 attacks, really good. The Femme Fatalities is that card that I mentioned that we've added for the longer game matchups. If anyone gets to the later games, like turn 6 is no big deal, but like turn 7, turn 8, they start making their drops on those turns. It can get a little iffy on whether or not you can get through or not. But usually the Femme Fatality will give you just enough to squeak out that last damage. One more thing I want to hit before we wrap this up is the monsters characters that we have seen so far that could slot into this deck really well. The first one is going to be our 1-drop, Tim Booba. Tim. He's really, really good for this deck because we need the highest support character in order to get the XP. So dropping him on turn 1, you already have the highest. Your opponent can't play a 1 on his first turn, so you're guaranteed to get the second XP as well. After that, Elsa Bloodstone slots into Gamora's spot super smoothly because in this particular deck, she's just better. When she comes into play, she's going to get lethal just like Gamora already gets, but she also is going to get fearless. So she's going to either attack for 6 attack into your opponent's MC, or she's going to get 2+++ counters from Enchantress, and she's going to attack in for 10. Which I don't think there's any MC on turn 3 that's going to be able to survive that without a Think Again or burning a Super Senses. So she 100% will definitely take Gamora's spot, and we'll see if Tim can find a spot somewhere in the deck. Yeah, so that's going to be the whole deck there. It's pretty cut and dry. It's really simple. It's pedal to the metal, 100%. The only things you ever have to really worry about is, and it takes getting used to, but playing around even the odds because you're distributing so many +1/+1 counters. But it's actually a lot easier once you get used to it because you play your character, you usually swing them into the Guardian's character, and then you can pump them up and then re-ready them so that they can go fight the bigger characters. They can't really hide their Guardian of the Galaxy characters because of things like Elektra. So if you guys have any questions about the deck, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know. If there's any MCs that you want to see a deck built for, that definitely let me know, and we'll try to get you guys one of those as fast as we can. Also, if there's any support characters that you think is really cool, but like for some reason you never see it get played, or you're not really sure what deck it should go into, but you just really like it, let us know, and we'll let you guys know if we have anything that already runs it, or if not, maybe we can try somewhere to fit it in. All right, thanks guys.